you all the modes of nutrition in chapter Life Process. Now children, every living organisms have different methods of taking food, of taking your nutrition. So we are going to first categorize them into two categories, that is your autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition is also called as holophytic nutrition. Phytic word is used for plants. Similarly, zoic word, zoon word is used for animals. So, autotrophic nutrition, it takes place in case of green plants, where the plants prepare their food by themselves utilizing photosynthesis process. So, this is your autotrophic nutrition, one mode of nutrition. The second mode of nutrition among the living organisms are heterotrophic nutrition. Hetero word means different. So when the living organisms are dependent on others for their food, so they are called as heterotrophic organisms, and the mode of taking nutrition is called as heterotrophic nutrition. Now children, heterotrophic nutrition is categorized into various types depending on the way that the organism are taking food. On that basis, heterotrophic nutrition is classified into holozoic nutrition, saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition and osmotropic nutrition. So these four different modes of nutrition in heterotrophic nutrition as well as autotrophic nutrition, one by one we will be discussing in the videos. Now we are going to discuss the first mode of nutrition, autotrophic nutrition. Children, I told you all children that autotrophic nutrition is made up of two words in which auto means self and tropic means organisms, different level of organisms. And nutrition, you are knowing, taking method, different method of taking food. So autotrophic nutrition, those organisms who make their food by themselves are called as autotrophic organisms, and the mode of nutrition is called as autotrophic nutrition. Now children, in which group of organism does autotrophic nutrition occurs? It occurs in the group of green plants, some protistans like volvox, euglena. These are the common examples where your autotrophic nutrition occurs, where these organisms prepare their food by themselves. Now the question arises, how these organisms make their food? Now, these type of organisms, if I take example of green plants. Now green plants have a pigment named chlorophyll. You all know that inside the plants and the leaves, a type of green pigment is present in the chloroplast. And the name of the pigment is chlorophyll. This is an important pigment which helps in plants to make their food. So plants possess green pigment called as chlorophyll. Now plants also helps in trapping the solar energy, in trapping sunlight. The sunlight, plants absorb that sunlight. By absorbing that sunlight in presence of chlorophyll, with the help of carbon dioxide and water, plants make their food in form of simple sugar. Plants make food from inorganic compound like carbon dioxide and water. Plants make food in form of simple sugars. The process is called as photosynthesis. It is very well known, and from the standard 6 you children are studying that what is photosynthesis. How do autotrophic nutrition occurs in case of plants, in case of protistans. Plants utilizes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, water from the soil, sunlight and chlorophyll pigment present in the leaf itself. By utilizing all these things, plants, by the process of photosynthesis, make their food in form of simple sugar. So the food which is produced in case of plants, they are in which form? They are in simple sugars form. What are the raw materials which the plant is using? Carbon dioxide and water. And chlorophyll pigment is present in the plant itself. And sunlight, they are trapping it. So utilizing all these things, plants prepare their food. Now if we come to the chemical equation, that how the process of photosynthesis is taking place, then six molecules of carbon dioxide and 12 molecules of water are utilized in presence of chlorophyll, in presence of sunlight to prepare C6H12O6, which is the chemical formula of glucose, simple sugar. So simple sugar is produced. Oxygen is released into the atmosphere. I have given an arrow sign which is focusing upper side. So it means that oxygen is released into the atmosphere and 6 molecules of water is also synthesized. So in a complete chemical reaction, if it is asked, then 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 12 molecules of water in presence of chlorophyll and sunlight is converted, or it is used to make food in form of glucose, water and oxygen, in which oxygen is released into the atmosphere. Hope children, this much was clear to you all. Thank you.